Barreling through the fields, crashing through the forests, or climbing up sand dunes, off-road vehicles can truly give you a driving experience that's like no other. However, there are some off-road vehicles that truly are a step above the Halo Rover. While few would consider hoverboards to be the ideal off-road vehicle, it turns out that many enthusiasts consider these little guys to be the best of the best when it comes to off-road adventures. However, out of all the hoverboards out there, few come anywhere close to the Halo Rover. That's because this 32-pound all-terrain board is made with durable high-grade aluminum, rugged 8.5-inch tires, IPX4 water resistance, and added wheel guards make it near indestructible. Beyond its physical appearance, it also has some great specs, as its 800-watt engine allows it to go to speeds of up to 20 kilometers an hour, travel for distances of up to 20 kilometers, and tackles hills with inclines as steep as 18 to 20 degrees. Yet to top this all off, some of its luxury features make it truly unique, as not only does its certified LG lithium fire-safe battery ensures that overheating never becomes an issue, but its Halo Bluetooth speakers allow you to bump tunes while riding. Its self-balancing technology ensures you never fall off the board, and its LED lights ensure that you stay illuminated and visible wherever you go. However, when you consider that it retails for a price of about $1,000, it becomes clear that it is certainly out of the price range of the average hoverboard enthusiast. Number 9. The Terracross 59. If you're looking for an off-road vehicle that's spacious enough to spend the night in, then look no further than the Terracross 59. That's because the TC59 is not only built like a truck and as strong as a tank, but has the amenities necessary to make multi-day stays as luxurious as can be. Now, the frame is easily one of the most well-built on the market, as it not only has thermal coefficients of expansion to prevent distortion with changes in temperature, but also an insulated wall thickness of 60 millimeters with a fiberglass shell in order to protect against the elements. Additionally, its wheels have full all-wheel drive and are powered by a 250 horsepower engine and a 9-speed transmission. However, it's the inside that truly is impressive, as the vehicle not only has a 4 to 6 person seating area, but also a set of double and bunk beds, a bathroom, a fully equipped kitchen, and a large outdoor storage compartment. As a result, this vehicle certainly stands apart for being both tough and comfortable.
Bye-bye.
The Volkswagen Vanagon Synchro. While this old-timey car may not look like much, it turns out that it was designed to be a serious off-roader. That's because in the mid-1980s, Steyr-Daimler-Puch, which is the manufacturer of a legendary military off-road vehicle called the Pinzgauer, teamed up with Volkswagen to design and manufacture the Synchro. Now, we'll be the first to admit that some of the parts on the Vanagon were pretty second-rate. After all, it only had a 90-horsepower engine, making it better suited for a Volkswagen Beetle than an 1,800-kilogram van. To make matters worse, it cost an inflation-adjusted price of $42,500, which for a camper was certainly on the expensive side. Despite these drawbacks, its four-wheel drive and smart design gave it glowing reviews from off-road experts, as the car was known to be extremely well-built and durable, allowing it to travel for massive distances without worry of it breaking down. Yet despite this, only 5,000 Vanagon Synchros were ever made, with these further subdividing into 3,500 passenger vans and 1,500 camper vans. As a result, the Synchro has become a true collector vehicle in recent years. Number 7. The Avtoro Shaman. As far as off-road vehicles go, few are quite as powerful or innovative as the Shaman. Built by Russian company Avtoros, this vehicle stands apart not only due to the fact that it's an 8x8 rather than a traditional 4x4, but also due to its innovative use of low-pressure tires, as these allow the Shaman to go over rough terrain by absorbing obstacles rather than by barreling through them. As a result, the Shaman can traverse marshes, tundra, rivers, and shallow lakes with ease, and due to its buoyancy, it has a propeller that allows it to travel at a naval speed of up to 7 kilometers per hour while traveling at a speed of 70 kilometers per hour on land. The Shaman is also built so that it can carry either 8 people in a set of comfortable seats or rows of bunches that allow for overnight adventures, with this being made possible thanks to it being able to travel for over 1,000 kilometers before needing to be refueled. However, if you'd like your own, you better be willing to pay a pretty penny, as at a price of about $220,000 for a base model, it certainly isn't cheap. Number 6. The Lombard Steam Log Hauler. While this may be one of the more antique additions to this list, it is still certainly one of the more iconic. That's because after being patented in 1901, it became widely used as a vehicle to move logs over rough terrains and long distances. Now, believe it or not, its design would have been considered to be high-tech at the time, as it used a steam locomotive engine that was similar to that of a train to move, a body that used a large pair of skis to change direction, and a set of tracked vehicle treads to move over difficult terrain. As a result, the Lombard more or less resembled a massive snowmobile. Yet despite its strength, it could only move at speeds of about 7.2 kilometers per hour. Regardless, despite its limitations, its design was soon adopted to both create military tanks during World War I and agricultural tractors once the war had ended, as it was estimated that just one had the power of 20 horses, which at the time was nothing short of impressive. Thus, it goes without saying that the Lombard steam log hauler certainly made an impact that was felt far outside the logging industry. Number 5. The Tesla Cybertruck. While Tesla may be known for making some of the best electric cars around, off-roading has never been exactly their forte. However, the company hopes to change that with our all-new Cybertruck, which is set to be wildly different from all of its predecessors in nearly every way possible. One of the most obvious examples of this is its design, as rather than go for a conventional look, Musk has opted to make the Cybertruck unique to the point of looking like a, quote, futuristic battle tank. Interestingly enough, when asked where he got his inspiration for such a truck, Musk responded that, quote, "It was amazing as a little kid in South Africa to watch James Bond and the Spy Who Loved Me drive his Lotus Esprit off a pier, press a button, and have it transform into a submarine underwater. I was disappointed to learn that it actually can't transform. What I'm going to do is upgrade it with a Tesla electric powertrain and try to make it transform for real." As a result, we expect the truck to have all the bells and whistles necessary to make it fit for Bond himself. But that still leaves out the whole situation surrounding the off-roading part. You see, Musk first announced to the world that the Cybertruck will be able to go off-road in a tweet, where he wrote that, quote, "We're working on increasing dynamic air suspension travel for better off-roading. Needs to kick butt in Baja." And while this implies that Elon himself may go on an off-road adventure or two, its specs will likely be able to support all of your off-road adventures as well. That's because the truck will reportedly be able to operate on most terrains due to its unique suspension, as all Cybertrucks are set to come with an adjustable air suspension that can be raised or lowered on the fly to provide up to 16 inches of ground clearance. Additionally, the truck also has a 35-degree approach and 28-degree departure angle, making it suitable for use in many off-road situations. Yet most impressively of all, the Cybertruck reportedly has an exterior capable of fending off 9mm handgun rounds, meaning that it can take quite a beating without going down, and as a result, we expect this truck to impress when it officially hits the market. A 1,500 horsepower gasoline engine, which is impressive given the fact that it weighs in at about 3,850 kilograms. The vehicle can also go for about 400 kilometers before needing to be refueled, has well over 500 kilonewtons of torque, has 16-inch suspension, has extreme-duty automatic transmission, and to cover all of its parts up, a fully welded high-strength tubular exoskeleton. Yet what really allows the EV3F4 to stand apart are the incredible extras that can be added to it. That's because you have the option of customizing it with features such as a cold weather package or paddle shifter in order to make the tank even more effective in rough terrain, making it the true pinnacle of toughness and performance in its class. Yet while all of this may seem a little intimidating, that doesn't mean that the user of this vehicle doesn't get to sit in the lap of luxury. That's because with features such as a heating steering wheel, high-end stereo equipment, and dual iPad dash, you can be sure to travel with speed and in style. But best of all, when you consider that it even comes equipped with the likes of a Honda-powered CB radio, a front and rear winch, a diesel-powered Honda generator in case you get lost while adventuring, it becomes abundantly clear that this tank is ready for anything. Number 2. The Sherp Pro. While the Sherp Pro may look like a strange cross between a monster truck and an RV, it certainly is one of the hardier vehicles on this list. That's because the Sherp truly is the definition of an all-terrain vehicle, as not only can it ascend and descend through 35-degree slopes, but can also overcome 1-meter-high obstacles such as boulders and fallen trees with ease, while also floating on water, passing through marshes, and navigating through deep snow. Additionally, it can also travel at a tilt of 30 degrees without falling over, has 60 centimeters of clearance, and can operate in temperatures as low as -50 degrees Celsius and as high as 40 degrees Celsius. This is all largely thanks to its high-quality components, with one of the most obvious being its massive tires. That's because those tires are equipped with a unique air circulation system that uses exhaust gases to inflate or deflate them as required, meaning that the driver can adjust the tire pressure depending on the terrain they're driving in or payload they are supporting. The Sherp Pro also has an extremely strong yet eco-friendly engine, with it being powerful enough to travel at speeds of up to 40 kilometers an hour on land and 6 kilometers an hour in the water, while only expending about 2 to 3 liters of gasoline per hour, and lasting for a total of 115 hours before needing to be refueled. Incredibly, all of this is possible despite the fact that payloads of up to 1,000 kilograms can be supported by the vehicle, with this being especially ideal due to the fact that the Sherp Pro can seat up to 6 people. And best of all of these capabilities are complemented by the Sherp Pro's high-quality shell, which is made of lightweight aluminum and corrosion-resistant, thanks to its galvanized body, ensuring that it remains as damage-free as possible. As a result, we think you'd agree that the Sherp Pro is certainly an impressive vehicle. Number 1. The Rolling Gun. As far as vehicle designs go, few are quite as unique as that of the Rolling Gun. Created in the early 1950s by inventor William Albee, he came up with the idea when on a fishing trip in Alaska, when he saw the native people there moving a heavy boat up a riverbank using inflated ball-like sealskin balloons. He then decided to take this concept to make an all-terrain vehicle, manufacturing it so that it used puncture-proof plastic, rubber, and nylon tires that had very low tire pressure, so that they both could absorb the weight of objects rather than crush them. This allowed the Rolling Gun to roll over practically anything without destroying it, as can be seen in the clips of the vehicle running over its inventor without doing so much as giving him a scratch. As a result, the US Army ended up buying a large quantity of Rolling Guns, as they saw their great off-road potential. However, rather than use them in combat, they instead saw use in the oil fields of Alaska, where they were used to transport heavy loads over rough surfaces at speeds of about 50 kilometers per hour in ideal conditions, and as low as 5 kilometers per hour in rough conditions. They were particularly well suited for this task, because despite the tundra being relatively flat, it's full of small ponds and lakes, meaning that the low tire pressure in its balloon tires were effective in ensuring that the wheels didn't get stuck or punctured in this terrain. Yet perhaps the most interesting of all, the vehicles are still manufactured today, and thus if you're a truck driver who's willing to live in the icy Arctic, then you may want to consider applying to a firm that makes use of these